Welcome to the Hard and Soft Pro Wrestling Podcast.
Yo, yo, yo. What's up, Hard and Soft Pro Wrestling Podcast Nation? It's the big softy, the soft guy. Say hello to the soft guy, the BIGSOFTIE. But it's not only me. I'm here with my big brother, the hardest guy I know, Big Hard, man. What's up, dude?
Man, you know me, the BIGHARD. Big Hard in the house. Always rocking
Were you studying that this morning?
Yeah, I spelled it wrong a couple times on my own. So
do you have the teleprompter up there in front of you?
Yeah. I heard something in my headphones. God damn it! But got it through. But yeah, you know me, I'm always rolling with my shoot brother, the big softy. What's happening, bro? I'm here just to watch another great match of wrestling.
Yeah, man. I can't wait for to go into work tomorrow and be like, hey, what'd you do this weekend? Sat on my couch and record a podcast. But
yeah, I mean, hey, that's pretty good.
If you're going to watch a wrestling match, we might as well watch this one, okay? If I say the greatest match of all time, the greatest match to ever be done in a WWE ring, Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker at WrestleMania 25. Big Hard, what else can we say that hasn't already been said about this match? I mean, it's a pro wrestling clinic. It's all the story you want. It's I don't know what else you say that hasn't, already been said.
Yeah, there's really not much. I mean, great match, 5 stars on all accounts.
You'd think.
Yeah, no, you didn't. I guess they didn't get the 5 stars, but to be honest, the entrances alone were great. Shawn coming down with the white, Undertaker coming out with the black. It was just great. The match itself is just amazing too. These two have great chemistry all the way leading back to. Check out the archives, Hell in a Cell 1998, or it wasn't called Hell in a Cell, Bad Blood 1998, their Hell in a Cell match. So these two have always had good matches, and this is going to be WrestleMania 25. They also ran it back the next year and did the retirement
from
angle, and Shawn Michaels loses that second one. But, I mean, we all know that he loses this one too because Undertaker's streak continued until WrestleMania 30. So shout out to big fan 605 Shan. It's showtime, baby. He shouted me out a couple months ago. I mean, to be honest, it's been a while. So he wanted to have us watch this match, and here we are finally doing it. So
yeah, this was definitely on the list. You got two guys on the mountain for sure with Taker and HBK.
Yeah,
and
the best.
Again, I think I say this probably every episode. I flash back, I flip between the Nature Boy and HBK as like my all-time great. But when you talk about in-ring, when you talk about every category, I think Shawn Michaels is the greatest professional wrestler of all time. And a big part of that is his work at WrestleMania. I mean, you look at WrestleMania 12, where he stole the show with Brett in the Iron Man. Then you go to WrestleMania 19 when he makes his comeback, right? And he steals the show with Chris Jericho. WrestleMania 20 is in the main event. What did he do at 21? I can't remember.
I don't think it was Cena that year. Maybe it was Kurt Angle.
Kurt Angle. He steals the show with Kurt. 22. He steals the show with Vince, right? With the elbow off the ladder. And then 23 main events
John Cena.
24, he retires Flair. 25 steals the show with the Undertaker. And 26, he goes out and main events. I mean, holy cow.
And he almost had the only retirement match that led to an actual retirement. You know what I mean? Because he actually didn't come back, but then he came back for that stupid Saudi match. Just for the big payday, and I get it, you know what I mean, but still, I always hate when they have the retirement matches and they come back. You know, like Flair. Shawn puts him out. It was like the best send-off match. That could have been the best last match ever. And then he goes to TNA, and then then he has the Flair's last match, which was, you know, good to see him in the ring, but pretty bad. And come to find out, I think he had a heart attack, he says, during that match.
He had a heart attack in the match, and he still beat Jeff Jarrett.
Hey, Jeff Jarrett's a pro, man. A pro's pro to lay down for Flair, even after he had a heart attack. He still got the just like Owen when he broke Austin's neck. He still let Austin put him in that hook, and he hooked him.
But dude, I mean, okay, HBK and the Undertaker, we're gonna finally do it. We are WrestleMania 25 in the old Peacock. If the nation wants to whip it out, load it up, skip through those ads. If you're like the softy, we're at 2 hours 39 minutes. I'm sorry, 2 hours 39 seconds. That is of Mania 25. This took place May 4th of 2009, Houston, Texas. The Reliant Arena, 72,744, which was a lot like this year in Philly. Obviously, the all-time greatest commentary team, Jerry Lawler, Jim Ross, and your favorite, Michael Cole. You know you love him.
I love Michael Cole.
And we'll go through this card, dude, and it's funny. I think the softy was pondering this, okay? He was pondering this morning. And they were going to put Taker and Shawn on like third. And they were going to give him like 12 minutes. And part of me thinks that Vince did that on purpose. Part of me thinks, you know, these guys were, 25 years into their career. They're not necessarily in their prime. You think Vince wanted to put something up their ass where, Shawn and Taker went back and said, we ain't going on third, and you're giving us more than 13 minutes. I think that was done on purpose, man.
Yeah, they got a lot more time than that.
Let's go to the main card here. The pre-show. All right. The pre-show, they had a Unification Lumberjack match for both tag team titles. Carlito and Primo, they go over Miz and Morrison to win the unified tag team straps. And then we go to the Money in the Bank. I think this kicks off the show that year. And this is where CM Punk's going to go over. What's your favorite Money in the Bank match, Big Hard?
I kind of like this first one. You know what I mean? It was just the first of what we've seen. The first one was at Mania 21. This wasn't the first one. Oh, duh. Okay. Well, okay. Which one was the one where Shelton Benjamin did the run up off the ladder and jumped over the top rope?
I think that was 22. That's when I think, Nation, comment below if the softy's wrong here, but that's when Flair takes the big suplex bump off the ladder for Matt Hardy. I think it's that match that you're talking about.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's my favorite. Yeah, I think that's my favorite. But one that a throwback, well, not really a throwback, a throwaway one, which was the COVID era when they did it on top of the old WWE headquarters, right?
Oh, shit,
and did they have the one guy they threw him off? I think it was Aleister Black. They threw him off the it was like they threw him off the roof, but then he came back to Raw the next night or something like that. But that was a decent one.
It's almost as good as Paul Bear getting buried in the cement crypt.
Oh my god!
Then my favorite, this WrestleMania Battle Royal.
Ooh.
Santina Marella goes over all the women in this match. Can you tell
Santina.
me? By the way, this got a dud rating.
Nice. One dud. Okay.
Can you, in Santina Marella's accent, can you announce John Cena for me?
John Cena, I hate you. John Cena, I hate you.
That was like a little. It was Santino, and it sounded a little cheeky in there too.
Cheeky, baby.
Jericho, he's gonna go over Jimmy Snuka, Ricky Steamboat, and the Hot Rod, Rowdy Piper. Flair's in their corner. They go 9 minutes. That gets 2 stars. First, of course, and then we got the Shoot brothers, right? Matt Hardy goes over Jeff. They go 13 minutes in an Extreme Rules match. This is where I think Jeff, if I can remember, goes over through the 2 tables where Matt's laying on the first one or something like that.
We'll have to go back and watch that one these days.
Intercontinental Championship. Rey Mysterio goes over JBL in 21 seconds. Title change hands, not rated. How could it not be rated? What was it?
So,
there was a bell. There was a final bell. There's entrances.
Did he have? Maybe he had to go upstairs and get salt for his mac and cheese. He missed it. Missed it live.
Then we're gonna get to our match. 30 minutes. The Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels.
I'm pretty sure that's with entrances.
Probably. 4.75 stars for mac and cheese. Didn't give him the 5-star rating. I wonder why.
Well, probably if it was a 3-way with a broomstick in the match, it probably would have gotten a 5-star rating.
Then we got the World Heavyweight title, a triple threat match. John Cena defeats Edge, who has Chavo and Vicky in his corner, and the Big Show. They go 14 minutes, 43 seconds.
Well,
Cena gets the big face pop, 3.25 stars. In my head, I was like, is Cena a good guy at this time? But he's always a babyface, so I don't have to think twice.
Always. Basic economics.
Triple H goes over Randy Orton in the main event for the World Heavyweight title. They go 23 minutes. This gets 2.5 stars. And
what did he get? 2.5?
2.5.
Damn.
Now Orton looks roll tide. I'll say the softie will say that in this match. Good Lord, tanned up, baby, no baby oil, and
hog watching there.
Hog watching. Triple H is getting taped up before his match, and he's watching Taker and Shawn. And Orton walks by, and Orton goes, "Well, how's that going?" And Triple H just goes, "We're fucked. We're fucked."
Hey, Brett.
But anyway, like I said, 2 hours, 39 seconds. Big Hard, lead us up in here, and then we'll hit play on this thing.
Okay, let me see here. Let me whip my notepad out. So give you a little bit of lead up to what's going on. I still can't believe it only got 2.5 stars. So Shawn and Taker have had issues in the past, going back to the late 90s. Obviously, check out the archives. We kind of go into this a little bit more in depth back then. They had 3 matches in the first at 97, Ground Zero. The second was Bad Blood 97, the first ever Hell in a Cell match. And the third was at the 98 Royal Rumble in a casket match. And that's the match where Shawn hurt his back. Not when he lost his smile, hurt his back. Put him out of action for the next 5 years, actually. So he dropped the title to Stone Cold at 14. So he did do the job, which, we actually go into all that stuff too. But Taker was back there making sure he was going to do the job. So Royal Rumble 2007, the final 2 men were Taker and HBK. Taker ended up getting the win after the 2 battled it out. Royal Rumble 2008, the first 2 men were HBK and Taker. So a little bit of story playing from a whole year's past. Shawn eliminated Taker about 30 minutes into the match with a super kick. Shawn was eliminated shortly after that. So neither of them won. Shawn took Taker out, got the kind of the win back from last year at least, but then he got eliminated himself. So Shawn was
certainly they're not together all the time. They're just little bits and pieces here throughout the first 18 months or whatever it seemed like before Mania 25.
Yeah, they barely had to do anything here. Shawn was in a storyline with JBL where Shawn was actually going through like hard times, and JBL basically owned Shawn. He was basically his manservant. Whatever JBL wanted, Shawn had to do it this time. And
didn't JBL win the title just because Triple H didn't want to work Tuesdays?
Yeah, that's what Paul Heyman says, and I can almost say that's probably true. Probably is. That's not going to work for me, brother.
Speaking of Paul Heyman, that's a sick shirt you got on. Shout out to SVW.
SVW Suplex Vintage Wrestling. The back's got all the ECW guys' faces on it. Nice shirt there yourself. We had the 2009 Royal Rumble. JBL's backstage telling Shawn that he better make sure JBL wins.
Sorry, Big Hard. Kate wants me to open this. Let's see if the softie.
Is that lemon juice or?
Let's see how soft the softie is.
Oh, what is that, lemon juice? I hope you don't get it in your eye. Oh, come on, you wuss.
I'm the softie, man.
And you wonder why we call you the softie. Do you need a husband helper? There it is.
You watch your mouth, Big Hard.
Oh my God, he's going to score.
I got it for the nation. I got
it. Here we go. So now we're at the 2009.
The Hard and Soft podcast. Have some class, would you?
Now we're at 2009. So it's 3 Royal Rumbles in a row here. That's basically all they've done is just touch at this Royal Rumble. So JBL's backstage telling Shawn he better make sure JBL wins the match. Undertaker comes in after JBL left and told HBK that sometimes you must go through hell to get to heaven. So kind of like deal with your JBL stuff, but I kind of like the storyline with JBL here. So Shawn turns on JBL and they had a match, pronouns, pal, where Shawn won his freedom back from JBL. So now Shawn is free to do as he pleases, baby. JBL comes out the next night at Raw saying he wanted to end the Undertaker's streak, but HBK came out saying that he should be getting that shot. Two ended up having a match for the chance at Taker. So HBK won, and that's how they get to having the match at 25. Another roadblock came in, though. HBK had to beat the undefeated Vladimir Kozlov at the time. So
this could have been a much different match.
Yeah, it really could have. So we're very glad that it wasn't Taker and Kozlov here. Michaels won this match, and after Undertaker came out for a stare down, basically confirming the match at Mania. Great promo on Raw between HBK and Taker talking about the streak and HBK being Mr. WrestleMania. So, HBK actually has, some kind of stakes in WrestleMania too. He's Mr. WrestleMania. Undertaker has a streak. So next week on Raw, HBK and Taker had a team up against what a tag team, man. JBL and Vladimir Kozlov. And I'm pretty sure Teddy Hart probably made this match. Taker was going for a choke slam.
Teddy
Mike
Hart
tagged himself in. And
you mean Teddy Long?
Teddy Long, yeah. Sorry about that. Michaels tagged himself in, hit the sweet chin music and won the match. So he stole the match from Taker there. After the match, HBK hits Taker with the sweet chin music. Next week, Taker comes out and admitted that he hasn't beat Shawn before. But after the last match they had, Taker put him out for 5 years. So, he didn't win the match, but he still put him out of action for 5 years. HBK cuts a promo in a graveyard where he had a hole dug out with a tombstone reading 16 and 1. Not the 21 and 1.
And for those streak matches, I don't think any of us thought that A-Train and the Big Show were going to beat The Undertaker.
Well, I kind of thought they had a chance.
Or Heidenreich or whatever. Or
Giant
Gonzalez.
Yeah.
But
Giant Gonzalez, I thought he was going to win.
When you throw the Romans and Lesnar's and HBK's and Flair's even, you just need that little sliver of doubt in the streak. And it builds to a match that you got to sit down and watch, man. These streak matches every year were awesome.
They were great. And this one, they really played into the streak because, Shawn Michaels is somebody that could actually take The Undertaker down. Undertaker never beat Shawn. So SmackDown on March 27th, the Druids were all out at ringside wearing white. Out comes HBK dressed as The Undertaker, but his outfit was all white. He quoted some lines from the Bible about the darkness turning into light. Taker comes out from under the ring to try and hit the choke slam, but Michaels was able to run away. Run away, Shawn. Next week on Raw, there was a casket in the ring. It was supposed to be a HBK funeral, but HBK comes out saying that the funeral is going to be for The Undertaker's streak. Damn it. The lights go out, and you hear the casket close. Taker's standing in the ring, and as the lights come on, HBK was gone. Taker went over to the casket, opened it. Nothing was inside. But Michaels comes out from under the casket. There was like a little curtain underneath the casket. Michaels comes out there, hits Taker again with the sweet chin music. So up to this point, HBK has been getting the better of Undertaker pretty much week after week after week going into WrestleMania 25. And that's kind of where we are here, leading up to the big match. Like we said, we're at 2 hours and 39 seconds into Mania 25. This is if you're paused with us, you'll see a picture of Shawn Michaels right there. And hey, you want to hit us with a countdown, Randall? I'm ready to get into the match.
Yeah, dude, I'm ready. 3, 2, 1, play. Shoot.
Here we go.
And the cool thing about this, before these guys go out, they do rehearsals, right? And they're kind of going over some of the spots in the match, and they're going over the finish where HBK is going to do the moonsault that's going to get caught by Taker. And
well, hold on. If you're going to hit your finish, do it in your room, buddy.
Well, they couldn't hit it. HBK couldn't hit this to save his life. He couldn't do it for they tried 8 times, couldn't do it. and he says, "Screw it. If I can't hit it, I'll land on my feet. You boot me, bing bang boom. We'll go home." And the ref goes out and says, "Just so you know, or just so I'm cool. The finish, if you don't land, he'll boot you, right?" And he goes, and HBK looks at him and goes, "We're not going to need plan B. I'm hitting it. Not even these guys, when the lights are on, no moment's big enough for these two. They've done everything in this business. Anything that goes wrong, I mean, plenty go wrong in this match. We'll see the lawn dart spot from Taker where he gets planted on his head.
Oh, God, yeah.
This match was destined to be something special.
Who's that ref?
I don't know. I don't know his name. I'll find out.
Haven't seen him in many main events.
And I like how they start this. They start this with HBK, using his speed, using his technical ability to kind of get the better of HBK. Or to Taker.
Big toss into the corner right over the top rope. That was good. All right, Shawn's going. Oh, gives him the DX suck it. Jumps right over Taker. Oh, but tweaks his knee. Or at least is maybe playing a little possum. All right. Oh, man. One of my favorite moves here, the Fez press. Love it, man. Love it when Austin does it, though.
The name of this referee was Elias. That was
Elias. Was it Walk with Elias? The same one.
I don't know if he was walking.
Oh, man.
This might be the only match that wasn't Baby Earl.
Look at those punches, dude. I mean, Undertaker knows how to throw a working punch. I'll tell you. And he even says on his podcast, he's like, I don't understand how you, like, these guys these days, they can't hit a punch. He's like, they just don't do it. Like, if you can't do it, don't try it because it looks stupid. Look at that. Oh, my God, dude.
Well, for characters like The Undertaker and, of course, Hey-O, Razor.
What are you, a mark?
Like Razor would say, I don't want to hit a guy with 8 of my most devastating moves back to back to back. I want to hit him with one and then kind of look at you now, like kind of, poke him in the forehead with your boot and slap him around. And that's what Taker kind of does. Now he doesn't do the heel work, but he'll hit you with one thing and then it slows the tempo down.
That was a big back body drop, buddy. Got some height there.
Flashback to the Cell match, Bad Blood, when they do the back body drop and Shawn's feet hit the top of the cell, and he still lands it perfect.
He gets up there perfect for it. Taker's got a hand of the tights there. Damn, he's taking it to Shawn right here. Big elbow drop. I thought he was gonna do that big leg drop he usually does. I love me a good Taker leg drop, man. Yeah, thumbs up to you too. I don't know how you got that, but
I'm always doing stuff like that.
Yeah,
StreamYard likes me, man.
Thumbs up bubble. Whew.
I think this was I made a couple trivia questions for a local bar that I work near. They had a WWE night, and one of my questions was, what are the colors of HBK's pants at Mania 25?
Brown and white.
Brown, white, and black, baby.
Yeah, I think I got that one wrong when you asked me. I didn't think of the brown. And the only time I thought he wore the brown was at the when he came back
at Chamber.
I think it was Elimination Chamber. Yeah, that was a pretty bad tight.
Look at Elias, man.
Pick there.
Look at Elias doing his thing.
I wonder what size those Dickies are that Elias is wearing.
Lucci.
Shout out to Carlucci, man. He's one of my favorite refs. Love him.
Lucci can ref a main event with that slide.
My goodness, he slides like the best of them, man.
HBK taking a page out of the Nature Boys book with the chop block there.
He must have used to play baseball or something. That's probably how he got so good with that slide. Ooh, big kick by Shawn. I thought he was going to do a kip up right there.
Shawn says another part in this match, I don't know, probably 20 minutes in or something like that. The ref bends down when they're double selling, and he says, just so you guys know, you're halfway through. And Shawn looks at him and goes, you might as well just turn that earpiece off, man, because we're only a quarter of the way, and we're going to be here for a while.
They might have taken a little bit more time than they were supposed to.
Well, Shawn and Jericho says on his podcast that when they went back at WrestleMania 19, Bruce pulled him aside and says, "You guys went 5 minutes too long." Old school HBK. He was a changed man, but he still snapped back into the old him, and he looks at Bruce and says, why don't you go out there and do a 5-star match, and then you can come back and talk to me. So shut the fuck up, like, you know. But it's true though. I mean, you hear the stories of like even Bubba Ray Dudley. They went like 5 minutes over on a SmackDown, and Vince pulled him aside at the end and says, "If you ever go 5 minutes too long on my television show again, it better be as good as that match. Good job."
So at least he recognized that it was a good match and it probably needed the extra 5. And they can tell that when they're out there, you know what I mean? These like Shawn and Taker, you know what I mean? Come on, they're feeling the crowd. It's like, yeah, they need another 3 minutes of this, you know. And Shawn's definitely not going to speed it up, I'll tell you that much. He's not going to hurry to go home. Hey, Elias, you go back and tell Vince.
Elias.
Taker catches him here. Big slam into the corner. Oh, man. Shawn's taking a beat into that back, which was, you know, the reason he was out for 5 years. That back. Taker's really taking it to him.
Shawn can take a beating, man. But again, when he fires up and he fights back, he's believable as all hell. And these guys not rushing the pace early on, but
Shawn
everything they're doing it's intense, man.
I'm looking at this and thinking, like, is Shawn gonna hurt his back?
It's a real
in this match, you know, like, oof.
And these guys are just so polished. I mean, they talk about the art of look at the speed by the dead man.
Snake eyes. Oh, here we go. Boom! I must be a second behind. The big boot, baby.
But you go to their next year's match at 26, and HBK hits. You know, Shawn loves the announce table spots, and Taker's laid out, and Shawn hits a big moonsault, but it hits the legs of the Undertaker. Okay, everyone knows that's not supposed to happen, right? But Taker is so good and just understands the wrestling business and starts selling the ankle, starts selling the knee, like he should. And my point is, these guys are just so good, and there's nothing that can happen here that would throw them off.
Oh, is that the STFU? No, that's the crossface.
Elias in there, man. Look at the work by Elias.
Yeah, he's down there crouched. You know, he ain't messing around.
I woke up this morning so pumped to call a Elias match.
Never seen this ref in a match ever. It's definitely one that I can't, you know, I mean, usually in WWE, there's only a certain number of refs back here that are, you know, especially for these big matches, you know, you wouldn't picture this guy. Maybe Kyoto's back there calling another hot dog eating contest. I seen it went really good yesterday at KH Promotions.
I did see that.
Yeah, I was watching, Tony had a live video going. It definitely would have been cool to go see those guys freaking down those dogs for that title belt.
If Big Heart's going into a dog eating contest, are you separating the glizzy and the bun? Or I'm going both, right? Yeah.
I never ate them to the point of trying to eat them fast, so I don't know about the dunking them in water thing, but maybe I guess I'd have to try that.
Now, when is it when they return to Texas, when Austin makes his big return against KO and Cody makes his debut? That's in Texas again.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's at Dallas. Or is it at Dallas?
It could be this arena because
32's in Dallas, I thought.
Similar.
Yeah, I thought that 32 was AT&T Stadium in Dallas.
Mania's getting to the point where they're going to have to start building arenas for Mania.
Just for Mania.
What's the top amount of people you think that they could pack in for WrestleMania? I don't know if there's a number. I think they could sell out anything they wanted.
Oh, like if they had the option to just have as many seats as possible.
I think they could 100% do like 150,000.
I mean, they probably could, as long as the price points are right, especially for a Mania, because people travel, you know. Oh,
yeah.
Shawn's big spot, big shoulder block, and here we go with the kip up. I'm thinking, oh. Almost started the count, but Shawn stopped it quick.
And the thing I love about these two guys, they're old school. Like back in the old days, you would just work towards your finish, if you know. But these guys, they're not necessarily working towards their finish, but they're working towards their signature moves, right? They're always, you know, the knife edge chops by Shawn, man. He could throw a chop, and you know Taker hated chops.
Yeah, he wasn't a fan of taking many. He'll take a couple, but you're not gonna sit there and light him up. I don't think he'd be doing a Gunther match
or an Eddie Kingston match.
Well, I think he might take those. Those.
You see, Darby Allin came back the other night.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I didn't expect him to come back.
Hit by a bus.
Yeah, somehow he comes back after getting hit by a bus, and didn't he broke his foot too, I thought. Ooh.
Nice spot there.
Went for the super kick, but he kind of hit him in the stomach there.
Hell's Gate. Shawn selling it well. Something you don't see a lot anymore, Chris. I feel like every one of these old school matches had those big submission spots. You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not many in Undertaker matches because he really doesn't. This is kind of the only move he kind of does, the Hell's Gate, which I do like though.
But I always liked when guys had a signature submission, like Rocky had the sharpshooter. HBK wouldn't mind. Looks like he's getting ready to join the Hulk Hogan Hair Club there, but.
Oh yeah. Hulk Hogan, he was holding on to it for a while there.
This guy's battling outside. HBK selling it like he's exhausted.
He could go another 20 minutes, I think, if he had to, though.
Taker setting up his signature leg drop. The cameraman that's going to have one job is probably nervous right now. He's got to catch Taker.
Oh, God.
And he really, it's like he wasn't there.
You think maybe that was an indie worker? Or?
Yeah, it had to be somebody. And Shawn would say he felt terrible about it, but what he wanted to do was like kind of just guide him, but then let the guy get into position for himself because you don't want to move him and then he's off balance but
yeah.
I mean, nice baseball slide by HBK.
I love a good baseball slide.
Hell yeah. Who's your favorite baseball slide?
I don't know. Maybe Randall Pacioli.
Getting tagged out. I got one stolen base in my career.
I had one more than I got.
HBK loves the moonsault. He doesn't even look. Oh, man.
Yeah, barely gives a
Nasty,
look like, oh, God.
Elias better get out there and check on him.
Yeah, get the stretchers out.
How about the spot where HBK does the moonsault plancha onto the announce table against Flair at Mania 24? And he had to shatter ribs. It was terrible. And then Flair gets up, asks if he's okay, and then kicks Shawn right in the ribs.
And even if he did crack the ribs of the match, he wouldn't be like, "Hey, Flair, don't hit me in the ribs there." He'd be like, "Yeah, just go ahead, unload on me." 1 second, I gotta tweak something on my Peacock.
Tweak it up. Tweak that cock out. Peacock, that is. Undertaker sitting up. And these guys at this time, it definitely, and here we go. This is the spot that we're alluding to. Taker at his age, man, can still get up. Here we go, Big Hard. You're probably...
All right, we're all fixed. Yeah, perfect timing.
Jesus Christ. The lawn dart lands on his head.
Basically right on the head. He crushes the cameraman's face with his ass.
And you'll see Shawn open his eyes here and take a peek. Yeah, everybody in that arena knows that didn't go right. And you can see the indentation. Vince's camera guys are slick. They don't miss a spot.
Yeah, there it is. You can see it. Head
Now,
hit right
Taker,
there, that little sweat spot.
He's making sure his fingers can move. He got a bad stinger from that. That camera guy. If I was that camera guy, I'd already be halfway to the airport.
Yeah, and after taking a shot like that to your head and neck, I mean, yeah, you want to sit there and make sure you're good before you start moving.
Oh, that was just the camera guy did everything he could. He just wasn't in the right spot to start. Oh my god.
Yeah, just needed to be a little bit closer there.
I think Taker's for real on Dream Street a little bit right there.
I mean, you would think he'd almost have to be, dude. At that point, it's like,
damn.
All right. At that point, I'm telling Shawn, like, all right, well, we got to try to go home here soon.
I'm trying to see if the camera or the ref will go over there and check on Taker. They really don't.
What's the ref? He's still. Yeah, Shawn's
now
over there
Shawn,
talking to him.
Shawn, they must have got word that Taker's okay, and now they are starting the count. And I love how Shawn sells this, man. I mean, he's like pleading to God that he starts counting. And I feel like
almost like count him out. You know what I mean? I'm trying to win right here.
This is the win. This is the spot in the match with the real drama and emotion. And I don't want to downplay the physicality. I mean, we just saw the Undertaker lawn dart himself over the top rope, but the emotion and the drama pick up right here.
Oh, yeah. Shawn is like, come on, dude. Start counting. Get up. It's like, dude, you're the one that pushed him out of the way anyway. You're the one that knocked his ass down.
And at this time, man, you had two guys that, I mean, no one else did the super kick, you know, and nobody really kicked out of the Sweet Chin Music or the Tombstone Pile Driver for sure. You had 30 years of that, you know, you had these guys' finishes. You had the false finishes of all false finishes at these guys' fingertips for this one, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
And you had 25 years of a moment when HBK kicks out of the pile driver, right? Not 6 months, not, you know. You say
this is Taker's 17th Mania up to this point. It's pretty insane thinking about that. 17 out of 25. That's a pretty good run.
And still here at this point, I mean, Taker's not wrestling a couple times a year. He was full schedules his whole career, which is crazy. He looks to be doing okay now. You know, he's a couple years out of the game, and he's got some well-needed surgeries with his hips and his knees. He was nervous at Mania 40. He knew he had to run in and run out of that arena, and he was testing his new hips and knees, I think.
Uh-oh.
Big choke slam, man.
Catches him with the choke slam. Shawn really gets up for that one. It's like Taker just took this huge bump, you know, and now he's up, hitting the choke slam, almost getting the win right there.
And I bet if we're watching this live, we might have bit on that because you think, I wonder if Taker just got hurt. Okay, they go right to a big choke slam. That could have been it.
Yeah, it could have been a point where it's like, all right, Taker's a little knocked up. We don't really want him doing the tombstone at this point. Like, you know what I mean? Like the way he could be a little bit loopy, and, you know, you really don't want to put Shawn in that position. Yeah, Taker's probably feeling good now, I guess, you know, definitely selling it good. But we're definitely getting close to the end here. That's for sure. Hitting some big moves here. Shawn comes off the rope there, nails a big super kick. But he's down too. Can't really capitalize on it. You know, if you're not going to get the pin right away after hitting that super kick on the Taker, Definitely giving him a chance to kick out.
And
I like how
it's crazy
on,
too. Go ahead, Big Hard.
well, I was gonna say on SmackDown, Orton hits the RKO and Carmelo Hayes and fixes the knee pad and then goes over and gets the pin. I like that when it's like, give it like 3 seconds and then get over and get the pin and you still get it.
You see Michael Cole, Jerry Lawler, and the Oklahoma Sooner himself, Jim Ross, on the call.
My God, they're both broken in half. Oh,
Vince's facials getting right in there, man. And it's surprising. I mean, these guys don't get 5 stars, but Adam Cole and the Young Bucks versus Matt Sydal, Ricochet, and Ospreay did in 2016. They got 5 stars, just if you're wondering.
Oh, hey, Ricochet, at least he was part of that. He's putting on some good matches lately.
So did Donovan, D-Jack, and Kevin Lee. They got 5 stars in 2017.
Nice, and these two couldn't get it.
I'm just saying.
Was it because of the botched move with Taker, or because honestly, it's like, big last ride. Okay.
and
1, 2.
The front rows of these big shows are a big part of the presentation. When you think Hulk Hogan and Rocky at Mania 18, you think of the guys in the front row reacting.
Just going insane for every single moment. And that was an awesome last ride right there. 1, 2. Oh, man. Good count, Elias. Good count. Undertaker showing the frustration at this point. Just like, chokeslam, didn't do it. Last ride, didn't do it. What do I got to do here?
They should probably start taking notes from Kota Ibushi and Jay White because they got 5 stars.
In 2017? 2021. Oh, yeah.
But these guys got 4.75 stars. And Kurt Angle didn't get a 5-star match.
Taker going off the top here.
Big elbow drop.
Oh, misses. So I think this is kind of leading up to the finish here. This little sequence. They're getting there, but maybe not. I don't know. I thought they're definitely milking it.
Big elbow drop from Taker. Look at the height he gets, dude. You got to think taking a bump like that sucks.
And especially a big guy like him. Holy shit. It's 350 pounds coming down.
And then the best thing about it is we got Monday Night Raw tomorrow night. Both guys selling opposite sides of the ring. HBK could be setting up Sweet Chin.
Here we go.
Getting the cat. Now here you go. Here's
right over the top. Does the Royal Rumble spot. Good thing he didn't start choking himself there.
And I love how HBK holds onto the ropes. He knew he just stepped in a pile.
Taker just rips him. Boom.
Look at the crowd here. Good count by. Look at the crowd. And look at the sell job by Taker.
And it's like, what do I have to do at this point?
I'd like to know who the last guy to kick out of the pile driver was, the tombstone. Was it Kane at Mania 14 where he had to hit 3 of them?
Yeah, because not many people kick out of the tombstone. It's not a thing that they really do. I guarantee, though, Shawn doesn't kick out of 2. There's no way. You know what I mean? Tombstone was one of those moves that was pretty protected. And, of course they have to do these type of finishes or false finishes at Mania, where they actually make sense and stuff like that. But that was pretty good, him kicking out there. Damn. I almost thought it was over. I forgot about the actual spot, though, that they do.
Now, what do you think about King and Queen of the Ring coming up next week, Chris? What are you most excited for?
I mean, I'm excited for the Cody and Logan Paul match. I think it'll be good. I think it'll be funny, though, if Jake Paul does lose, because I'm pretty sure Cody's going to win. So it would be pretty funny if Jake Paul and Logan Paul both lose in the same weekend.
Is that next weekend, though?
I thought so. I thought that's something that Cody Rhodes said in his promo. I know,
and I think he messed up. I don't think it's still July.
Maybe it isn't then.
Versus Mike Tyson date. Yeah,
Come
July.
on upstairs. I'll show you a boxing move.
It's not till July.
Oh, okay. Well, then never mind that. But yeah, I think the King of the Ring finals matches will be good. I think it's going to be Orton versus Gunther, and maybe Bianca Belair versus. I'm not
Now
sure.
it's in Saudi, right?
Yeah, so I mean, it's kind of a throwaway show.
So I wonder when it starts. I wonder if SVW is going to have a watch party.
Yeah, I don't know. I know they're doing the road trip soon, so I'm not sure if they'll be there. But yeah, I don't know what time it's going to be. I forgot to even look at the time difference. That's going to be
Now,
one of those where you wake up in the morning and watch it.
What does the King of the Ring get?
Oh, just the crown. Yeah, I think just the crown. I don't know if you get anything. It kind of would have been cool if they did something where like you get a title match at SummerSlam, against either champ at the time.
Yeah. I'm still waiting to see where they announce some of their big cards. I'd like to know, is SummerSlam in Cleveland with Logan?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, SummerSlam's in Cleveland. So, I mean, that's definitely going to be a good one.
I'd love to see where a Survivor Series, and I'd love to see where the Rumble is this year. Big elbow.
Shawn climbing. That climb job was good where he's almost fallen.
Always love a good climb job.
Oh, yeah. Climbing the cell, climbing the ropes. We're climbing. Shawn going back up. What's he going to do here?
Crowd is behind him. Again, they know the magnitude of the streak at this point. And they got that whole arena right in the palm of their hands. Now they're tuning up the band. What'd you think of him tuning up the band?
I think that's what makes his super kick better than everyone else.
I never really understood what it is.
I don't know what it does for him. Yeah, I don't know what it does for him, but it tunes up the crowd. That, you know what I mean?
Maybe he knows something that the softy doesn't. Anytime I'm having a bad day, maybe I just need to tune something up.
Just tune it up, man.
I'm going to try
people going. Oh, big super kick. He hits it. And I mean,
look at the front
honestly, row. You can believe that Shawn Michaels could beat The Undertaker. It's not like.
Now, you see that guy in the front row with the old school camera?
Yeah.
I think you look nice in that shirt, Bigard.
That'd be a sweet shirt to have. I mean, and look at the difference between people just taking pictures with their cell phones now and 15 years ago, like a big camera was kind of like your best option to get. A lot of people have them around their necks.
Was this before lime green shirt guy?
I don't know. We'd have to go back and watch it. Maybe he just didn't get the spots for this Mania, but I mean, I feel like he's been around for a good while, dude. Like, I'd say longer than 15 years. I kind of remember seeing that guy around.
I want to say I remember him at Flair's last thing, Flair and Shawn. And he did walk out at Philly. He walked through the main Titantron to get to his seats. So he's some VIP. I don't know what the hell he is, dude.
Yeah, I looked up tickets for SummerSlam. They have a suite, and it's you get the ticket to the suite, and Taker's going to be in the suite, so you get to hang out with Taker the whole time. Watch
what
SummerSlam.
Is it for?
SummerSlam.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's $6,500.
Well, I got it.
Oh, okay. Well, get two then. It's only 13,000. And here we go. Chop for punch, punch for chop.
Might have to do some hard and soft fundraising. So have you decided if you want to go to Mania this year or not? Because I want to go.
I don't know. I mean, it's a big ticket item, that's for sure. I'm not really sure. Yeah, we'll see, but we'll see how much tickets are.
It's not the tickets. It's the flight and the hotel will probably be a little tough, but
yeah,
we could look for a sleep in.
Oh, here we go. Shawn gets away from it.
Little chop action to the chest.
Had him with another tombstone there.
To that big soundboard of Taker.
It's a big meaty man.
Some more selling from these guys.
Hits him with the big boot.
And I miss I don't love the LED boards of the ring apron. I like the ring apron days.
Yeah, me too.
I was always like that in baseball. I always liked the old school fields. And here we go. They're going to set up the finish here. And I'm like that I like the more independent feel of wrestling. Big moonsault, nails
it's definitely
it.
just a better look. Catches him perfect, dude. It's like you couldn't have asked for it to go any better than that. Big tombstone, plants him, dude.
Jeez, look at the crowd.
And that's like a picture perfect ending right there to a match, dude. You don't get any better than that.
And Shawn would say this is the first time that he was like, you know what, that was pretty cool. I don't know if I'll ever do that again. Maybe it's time, to go home.
Yeah.
And then Michael Hayes gives him a call.
Gives
him a call a couple weeks later and says, "You want to run that back?" And if you remember, HBK is getting the Slammy Award for Match of the Year. And he's like, okay, well, if we're going to run it, I'm going to call him out right now tonight. Is that okay? And Vince is like, I don't know. What should we do? Let's do it. And they say Taker says that he found out what he was doing at WrestleMania 26 while on the chair watching Raw that night or whatever.
Yeah, what a great way to figure out what you're doing.
There's the lawn dart spot that went awry.
Well, that was a great match.
Great
match, watch along. Mania 25, Taker versus Shawn. Great match. It was a great time watching with you. Is there anything you want to say to the fans? The millions?
And million? Nah, man. We had to do that. Maybe we'll do part 2 at some point. But two of my favorite guys, and you can't go wrong with Taker and Shawn, and you can't go wrong while you're shooting with your favorite shoot brothers.
You're damn
if you're not hard, you got to be soft. And every once in a while, man, I'll tell you, it's all right to be soft.
You're damn right.